As Ethan approached Susan, a sour, unwashed smell wafted from her frail body. But he didn't care. Urgency burned through him like wildfire. He dashed toward her limp form and shook her forcefully. "Susan!" he barked, his voice thick with desperation. No response. Her skin was icy cold, her face pale as snow. For one heart-stopping moment, he feared the worst, until he noticed the faintest breath escaping her slightly parted lips. She was still alive. Barely. Without wasting another second, Ethan scooped her into his arms and sprinted toward the main door. His sharp gaze caught a shadow shifting behind it, the old lady from before, eyes wide with panic. Realizing the gravity of Susan's condition, the woman bolted through the back door, disappearing into the dark like a guilty ghost. Ethan didn't Daniel her. He couldn't afford the time. If he didn't get Susan to the hospital immediately, she wouldn't have survived the time. On the way to the hospital, the car tore through the deserted roads, the tires screeching on sharp curves. Ethan held Susan protectively in his lap, his strong arms cradling her frail frame. She didn't stir. Her body was utterly limp. His gaze lingered on her face, now gaunt and hollow. Her once full, rosy cheeks were sunken, her soft lips dry and cracked like parched earth. How could her own family do this to her? Rage coiled tightly in his chest, but guilt stabbed deeper. He should have come sooner. He should have checked on her the moment she went missing. I should have known something was wrong. At the hospital, the emergency room doors burst open as Ethan rushed inside. "Help her!" he roared, his voice cracking. A team of medical professionals whisked Susan away, leaving Ethan to pace the cold hospital corridor like a caged animal. Minutes dragged by like hours. His fists clenched, so tightly his knuckles turned white. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the doctor emerged, his expression grim yet hopeful. "Was she kidnapped?" the doctor demanded. If she had been brought in even an hour later, not even God could have saved her. Ethan exhaled, tension visibly draining from his rigid frame. She'll live? Yes, but her condition is severe. The doctor's voice lowered gravely. Her bodily functions have significantly deteriorated. She's dehydrated, malnourished, and suffering from a persistent fever. His brow furrowed further. From the looks of it, she hasn't had water for at least 3 days, and she only consumed stale rice. His words landed like blows. Ethan staggered mentally, stunned by the depth of cruelty inflicted upon her. Beside him, Felix shook his head, disbelief etched into his features. Are the Drews even human? Ethan's face hardened, his eyes glinting like steel. Let the media know what happened tonight. Expose the Drew family to the monsters they are. Felix nodded, already reaching for his phone. In the hospital room, lost in a haze of fever and exhaustion, Susan drifted in and out of consciousness. In her dream, she was drowning in darkness, cold, alone, abandoned, until she felt something. Warmth. Strong arms held her close, shielding her from the abyss, refusing to let her go. For the first time in days, she felt safe. Through the haze of her fever, one thought echoed clearly. I'm still alive. Warmth enveloped her fragile body, a stark contrast to the cold, suffocating darkness of the old house. A soft blanket covered her, and the gentle hum of the air conditioner filled the ward. A small bedside lamp cast a calming glow. She wasn't trapped anymore. Before she could fully grasp her surroundings, a familiar voice cried out. "Susan, you're finally awake, you damned woman!" Helen rushed to her side, her red-rimmed eyes glistening with unshed tears. "You keep ending up in the hospital, and each time is worse than the last. You scared me half to death." Susan's dry lips trembled. Was it you who found me?" Fragments of her ordeal flooded her back, waves of dizziness, the searing pain in her stomach, the unbearable cold that gnawed at her bones. She had truly thought she would die. A part of her even welcomed it. Helen's expression softened. "No, it was Ethan." Susan's breath hitched. "I went to the Drew family's house looking for you, but you weren't there," Helen continued, her voice trembling. "I contacted Ethan immediately, and he saved you that same night." Susan's heart clenched painfully. Helen added gently, "You were in such bad shape that he took you to a specialized clinic in Adelaide first. You've been stable since yesterday, so he transferred you here, to Star Hospital." She hesitated before whispering, "He hasn't slept well for days. He was taking care of you the entire time. I finally convinced him to go home and rest." Susan's eyes burned with unshed tears. It was him. Once again, Ethan had come through, saving her when she thought she was beyond hope. She had given him nothing in return except home-cooked meals. She owed him so much, far more than she could ever repay. Helen sighed softly. "You used to call him cold-blooded, but I think he's much better than you thought." Her next words hit harder than Susan expected. "He even told the media what happened, about you being imprisoned and abused by the Drew family." Susan gasped, stunned. Drew Corporation's shares have been crashing since yesterday. The public's furious. Your parents are being torn apart online. A slow, burning resolve settled into Susan's chest. "Good. They tried to kill me," she muttered darkly, hatred flashing in her eyes. "I won't let them get away with it." The venom in her voice left Helen momentarily speechless. This was a different Susan, someone forged by survival and betrayal. "I'll make everyone who hurt me pay," Susan vowed coldly. A brief, stunned silence followed before Helen murmured cautiously, Maybe you should ask Ethan for help. Don't you think? He might have feelings for you?" Before Susan could process that thought, the sound of approaching footsteps echoed outside the ward. The door creaked open, revealing Ethan and Daniel. Daniel entered first, setting down a fruit basket with his usual easygoing charm. "Sister-in-law!" he greeted her warmly, flashing a grin. "Feeling better?" Susan's gaze flicked from him to Ethan. Their eyes met, and something unspoken passed between them, something intense, unresolved, and undeniable. "Much better," Susan replied softly, stealing a glance at Ethan. He stood tall, clad in a dark windbreaker that accentuated his sharp, chiseled features. The harsh contrast of black against his pale skin made him look like a cold, untouchable sculpture. Even his deep-set eyes radiated sternness. Her gaze faltered under the intensity of his presence. Lowering her head, she murmured, "Sorry for causing you trouble again." Ethan's expression darkened, his jaw tightening. "It's good that you realize that. I thought you were just foolish." His tone was cutting, though his clenched fists betrayed a storm of suppressed emotion. Seeing her so frail, thin as a shadow of her former self, left him seething with a frustration he couldn't explain. "I haven't had a moment of peace since marrying you," he continued icily. "I don't want to end up being questioned by the police if you end up dead someday. Do you understand?" His harsh words hit her like a slap. Her fingers curled into the blanket, gripping tightly as she fought back tears. There won't be a next time," she whispered, her voice trembling despite her best efforts. The sight of her subdued, broken spirit unsettled Ethan more than he cared to admit. "Where's the phone I bought you?" he demanded. "Why was it left behind at the Drew family's house?" Susan bit her lip, guilt flickering in her eyes. "My mom tricked me into giving it to her." Ethan scoffed coldly. "You really are a pig." A sudden burst of self-deprecating humor sparked in her gaze. "You're right. Please call me Piggy Drew from now on." The unexpected reply drew a startled laugh from Daniel, breaking the tension that had weighed down the room like a storm cloud. "All right, Ethan, ease up," Daniel said with a grin. No one could have expected such cruelty from her own family. Susan shuddered involuntarily at the truth behind his words. Ethan's eyes narrowed, his voice dropping dangerously low. "Keep your distance from that family, if you want to stay alive." "That's right," Daniel chimed in, nodding sagely. "Just focus on making meals for my buddy here. You wouldn't believe how bad-tempered he's been after going days without your home-cooked meals." "Daniel Kelly." Ethan's tone carried an unmistakable warning, silencing Daniel instantly. Susan couldn't suppress a small smile, the warmth of their odd dynamic seeping into her guarded heart. "I'll get better soon," she promised, her voice soft but resolute. "I'll start cooking for you again." "Be quiet and focus on recovering," Ethan ordered sharply. But despite his gruff words, there was an undercurrent of concern that didn't escape her notice. Susan's chest ached with unspoken gratitude. "Ethan, thank you. Truly." Smith Corporation, 2 days later. Jacob scrolled through the latest headlines online, his fingers trembling slightly. The attached article featured Susan's horrifying ordeal, complete with a verified medical certificate issued by Dr. Johnson. Shock rippled through him. He hadn't expected this. Not at all.
Hey amazing viewers, it's Susan here. Thanks for sticking with us. By the time of the release of this video, only 11% of our viewers have joined the party by subscribing, and 89% of you might miss out on our next mind-blowing video. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the exclusive club.